Yeah, like we could do like the giblification of the like killing of all the native indigenous people to Australia by the British.
Yikes.
Cool way to start the stream.
That is a real fucked up way to do this.
Yeah.
I feel like a number of other kinds of like medias have tried to tackle this subject with way more sensitivity that
All right, how about this?
the 5 white people in this room could maybe do it.
The Studio Ghibli version of the Animatrix. Going back to the second time.
You're going
No,
back
it's the
to
Studio
your
Ghibli version of
thing.
the Enter the Matrix video game.
Yo!
It's extra meta.
The beat 'em up that is also a terrible shooter. Or you're
You know what?
talking
But that game was so revolutionary to me as a child.
about- blew your mind.
Yeah, like my fantasy was I always wanted to be in the Matrix, so like being in the Matrix was cool.
The dream. No, are you a red pillar, dude?
Yeah.
I watched The Matrix so many times when I was like 12 to 13 years old because the person that I was living with was trying to get her national board certification in teaching, and so she was constantly fucking stressed. So all we had was mac and cheese.
I have more questions.
And all we watched was The Matrix.
Yeah, I got a
like
lot.
that was her comfort food and her comfort movie.
All right.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of questions.
No, you answered all my questions. I'm good.
Yeah, no, like I feel like I've covered the basics
All
with
right.
that.
I gotta get my character sheet and stuff. I also still don't have dice because
How are you not prepared?
Listen, man, I've been doing a lot of shit. My
No, I mean,
48
I'm
hour
saying,
period.
I'm not that. You started the stream. You're the guy who controls that. That's the part I'm here.
You've literally watched everything I've done for the last 4 hours. At what point was I able to go get dice?
Here, roll
All
this
right,
dice
whatever.
on your way by.
You could. Oh, are we doing fate dice?
Yep.
Oh, you bitch!
Roll your
All right.
dice. Yep. Let's go
Oh,
we'll be
fuck
small
me.
pool today.
No, last time we could have been a bright.
No.
Well, thank God that Tom is here to balance us out, which is a sentence
am
that
the
I've
chosen one.
never said before because it's never been true.
Okay, so I
I'm the
don't
chosen one.
have my character sheet or dice.
So Will doesn't love us or this RPG,
Well, good news.
but that's okay.
Let's start with your segment first.
Can I play as the English opium addict guy? No!
Can you do the accent?
No! I think you'll find that I can.
Fair enough.
I love when Tom does the arms. Yes, see, that's like 90% what
The
it
best
is.
part is that other than last
It's like
episode where I did
Tom
it
under the
on
titty
camera,
arms.
nobody has ever seen it
Yeah,
because the
you're in the
cameras don't
void.
see me. They only saw it last episode.
Well, that's
Also,
fair.
I want to point out we have 2 empty chairs and you're
Please
still
move
sitting in
into the
void.
frame.
No.
Faith and Grimshaw are not here. Come
Yeah, but the
on.
minute I move into one of those chairs, they show up. So,
But they, come on.
Ooh. I'm
The-
looking for a certain centaur with a package for me.
That's exactly what Jack
But-
said.
but
Pinina.
where would he
Hold
hide
on,
it?
let me try again. Do you have any heroin?
Yes, the return of the hard eye glasses.
Return. I wear these on the daily.
All right. So as we last left off, we were mid-party.
If you're not gonna wear them during the stream, I will wear them.
All right.
Do it.
And we had just executed a wardrobe change and an elaborate illusion.
Sick.
So now I have to be
I'm dressed as you.
a ninja.
Kira's
Wait,
dressed
no, that
as
means
me.
I have to be. Wait, that means I have to be politically
You're dressed as Hamish.
savvy.
You have no pants.
Wah, wah. I'm. Boy, would that be a wild take to do. I'm not against it. Don't get me wrong, but
This is how you end up in the woods with a kangaroo court, just following this thread of madness.
hey, man, we always said we're gonna try and get back to that, but we super didn't.
I think
But you dropped the ball.
No, we got back to it like way too hard. And just like this girl
We
we rescued
definitely-
is magic.
Yeah,
you
We
definitely
will-
were
We will not
very
take,
intent on that.
we're not
fact.
taking no for an answer.
we accused an innocent maid of a whole lot of treachery.
See, that was my test actually for Tom. Because a
Oh,
lot of
yeah?
dungeon masters, if you keep following a red herring, they will eventually cave and make
They
it part of
give
the plot.
up.
And Tom
Oh, no.
didn't, and I respect him for that.
You were not the first to test me, then, Andrew. Many before you have come and gone.
That's a lot of dice you're rolling.
Yes, I also need one more red dice.
I have. Oh.
Well, never mind, I
fuck.
can just roll it.
All right. Wait, how are you rolling that many dice?
Because this isn't for you.
Exciting stuff is happening.
Yes, this is exciting stuff happening off
That's
camera.
For the purposes of our audience, could you?
Could
we
you
we could leave the room
please
and you can
move
narrate
to
it.
a different seat? This is painful for no reason. Come on.
All right, fine.
Don't be that way.
too mainstream.
Thank you. It's the internet deserves to see your beautiful face. Let's show them.
I guarantee you Finn will show up right now.
Tom in the house.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi.
Hi. All right, so magic illusion is cast.
Ciao, bitches.
You are now Chio for all intents and purposes.
So I need to lower my voice slightly and
Give less fucks.
Forget how to talk to human
give
beings.
fewer fucks and not talk to anybody. It's gonna
Fucking
go
got 'em.
great. I fucking got him.
Just
Is
endless
that
burns.
how we? Is she the queen of endless burns? I feel like we need a sassier like
No, it's
endless
just
burns
whoever's
character.
not on the show. When it starts, I just rip on them
That's fine.
relentlessly.
That seems legit, honestly.
Grimshot with your operatic ass.
So
fucking,
Grimshaw, I miss you. Where
the
you
the
at,
four of you
though,
now
bud?
have returned to the party. I'm gonna say that Sven returns to the party just for the sake of giving you an opportunity to do something
Cool.
on your way out.
I did establish that we're having us show our faces first, so
Yeah.
give me that.
But also, I'm saying like it's not precluding you from later leaving.
Cool.
This is just like the return from the like
I will
slight detour.
I will flip a light side point to reveal that Sven has a twin.
Wait.
Do not test me.
Again, you've already burdened me with an NPC that's the identical twin of Hamish. Don't give me another.
That's right. I forgot that we have the. Okay. All right. Are you gonna really do this?
No, I'm not gonna make an identical twin of Sven
There's
There can
a
only be
small
so
part
many
of me
identical
that's
twins.
So,
this session.
There's already one.
I'm not
oh,
doing
we
it this
we
session.
didn't really get into Sven's backstory this last, or we didn't get into Hamish or Sven's backstory in this arc. So like,
We got into Hamish's more than we got into mine. We got some confirmation.
I mean, a little bit, but like, it's totally conceivable that he has an identical twin that did stick around in Scotland and not run screaming for America because of all of the heinous crimes that he's committed.
Yeah, I think he had like a mentor that was like a vampire or some shit. I don't know. Who can remember?
That's true. Who, yeah.
All right.
Who
So
can never be
you guys
sure.
have re-entered the main ballroom.
Cool.
It's still
Fine.
like before the presentation of the debutantes.
So are they doing like ads right now?
This is like
Ball
super
brought to you
cool.
by Nike.
No, it's just like a generic bunch of people in a large ballroom.
My family is super dead and I'm really sad about it, but I can't talk about my feelings because I'm hardcore.
You just said all of that out loud.
I didn't say any of it out loud. It's all in your mind.
Okay.
Don't try
Oh,
and
no.
drag this onto me.
I drank too much. All right, well, I'm going to look for people who are suspicious.
Nobody is inherently more suspicious than anybody else.
I mean, like, there's got to be some people who look shady, right?
Yeah, again, more so than they would normally be. No.
All right.
I'm gonna like maybe talk to somebody who's with the Western side of things.
Who would you like to talk to?
I don't know. Whose debutante ball is it? Like, who's coming out tonight?
Well, it's every year the like Westerners host a United Debutante Ball. It's sort of like maintain some tradition, civilize the natives.
I mean, that's not how debutante
Correct,
balls
I know,
work.
but
like, who are your
when your pool of girls is, like,
debutantes?
7 every year, like you just slam them all together.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead. Well, that's generally how debutante balls work. There's got to be some sort of like
Come in.
formal present that we. I'm so glad you're here. All right, so there's got to be some sort of formal present that you gift to these debutantes. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and mosey on towards
You're
achieving
late.
that goal.
I'm working
There's
for
like a-
free now, and I don't get off
table
until
of presents.
4:05.
All
What do
right,
you
I
want me
guess
to do
I
about it?
dropped that.
Not call out the other
shit.
person who's late
a
when you're also late.
Table of presents.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
not
I
giving the
came out
presents
working here.
specifically to the girls.
What's he late for?
I
Because
mean,
that would
that's
be
fair.
complicated,
Because
and
you're
with the rules
going
of
to
gift
a-
giving in Japan.
Working.
It's got to be incredibly
So he
complicated.
could-
Yeah.
All right.
So there's like a one generic, like,
Got 45
hey, I
minutes.
gave a present table.
You're right.
So I'm going to go ahead and drop off my presents at the present table and mill about the politically important guests in the least noticeable and vaguely obsequious way.
Yes, and Akimitsu is going to stick with you.
That's great because I'm gonna need
to help
that
also,
illusion.
well, and also to intercept people and speak to them before they can get to you.
What I mean, she is a remarkable theater presence. I do need that because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk a lot anyway, so no one's gonna call you anything. Yeah.
That's basically how I'm doing it.
So the debutantes are presented. It's kind of weird to you. Like they just walk down a set of staircase and have a dance. You don't really understand much of it.
Why are they wearing white? Are they getting married?
Yes. No, they're obviously in mourning.
I mean,
Is there any one of them that particularly stands out as charismatic or
yes, the one centaur
does something interesting or funny?
The centaur that's dressed in formal.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So for that one, Sven will
with
go,
a hoop skirt.
Woo!
Because he's
Yes, there's one lovely centaur lady who's coming of age.
Holy shit.
Woo!
Nice.
Hamish.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and
Hamish
support
care?
that.
Would Hamish care?
Mm-hmm.
Big pretend that he'd care?
Hamish did say he was sticking with me through the debutante ball.
Well, we'll have to
right?
find out what his reaction would have been, and work that in retroactively.
Also,
to this.
Hamish is the guy who would
centauress?
react the least to a centaur, right? Because he's the centaur.
Also,
It's not like
a
a
woman
weird
centaur is
fetishy
not
thing,
really
man.
like his thing.
We never. I mean,
No.
he could be bi.
That's true.
True,
I
but
feel
I'm
like
just saying,
we've
based on what
mostly
data we
cleared
have.
that. Yeah.
Hamish likes them big. Hamish likes them small. Hamish likes them
Hamish
all.
likes them bipeded.
That also true.
Oh man.
All right.
Hamish is a bipedal fetishist. I don't.
Gross.
Yikes.
Is it as gross the other way around? You know what? We're moving on.
You know
Yeah, you know what? We don't got time for this.
She's okay in interspecies
Like we don't have to
relationships,
break
I'm pretty
that
sure.
down.
So after the dance, you are summoned for your meeting with the French ambassador that you scheduled
Oh fuck.
a week ago.
Oh no. Shit. God damn it. All right.
Cancel on them. Who fucking cares? Don't go.
Nope. That's super
No, you're being
impolite.
led
I have to
to
be
the
there.
room now, and it's just you. Akimitsu
I
can't
don't
come with you.
remember what we're supposed to be talking about.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't think you were.
Family's death.
You weren't even there when the meeting was scheduled.
Wait, am I still trying to be?
Yes, that's who the meeting is for.
Wait, this is happening tonight on this night?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me. All right.
It's okay.
I
So
guess
you're
I
led
have to be
into,
a super stoic. Chio.
It's a very nice, what we know is like old world, like library. Like he's got like a globe in the corner that's clearly got some like things we know today is like wrong, like they're sea dragons and stuff like that.
In their world, fact.
Yeah, but I mean like it's just like Africa is just like the dark is what it's written as.
Yikes.
Also, the territory for the sea dragons is way off.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I gotta look at what my notes are for the French
Notes
ambassador.
on this?
Did we write
Yeah.
down EXP for last time?
No, I'm gonna roll that into this session.
Okay, I was
So we're
all
gonna
of a sudden-
have a whole lot of points at the end, I guess.
So, in the room is a human guy. He's very old, like not like Lord old, but like he's got gray hair.
Human guy. All right.
And he's drinking like a glass of brandy, and he's got like another empty glass next to him.
Was Chio summoned to this meeting, or is this a meeting that was set up by Chio?
A meeting that was set up by Gio.
Oh, God damn it! All right.
That's why they said your meeting with the ambassador.
Cool. Fuck. All right.
So like he nods to you. He's like, "Well, what can I help you with tonight, loyal advisor?"
I'm overcome with grief. I must leave.
I understand that
Fucking easy.
you-
Next.
you had some questions you wanted to ask me about the murder of your family.
Yes, I understand that my family was meeting with the French ambassador before their deeply unfortunate demise.
Yes, your father was here that night, and I shared the meal with him.
I do.
Would you like a drink?
Unfortunately, I would. I would prefer maybe some tea. Thank you. I know that my father requested the meeting, but I know that it was maybe about the death of the German national, was it?
Mm-hmm.
The German national that has so deeply shaken relations between our government and the Western governments. But there weren't the notes found on his body that one would suspect if he was jumped in some sort of investigation.
Well, he's going to look at you very confused. That was not at all what we discussed that night. Perhaps you were mistaken.
Well, in that case, please do enlighten me.
We discussed the potential plot that Toda Nobunaga was putting together to overthrow the Lord.
Oh, shit, that's right. That's what they were talking about. Fuck me! This is why I shouldn't run this shit!
Sorry.
And
That's right, because we hadn't actually talked about it until this exact... Fuck! That's until this exact moment.
This is the moments that make me glad I'm dungeon mastering this game.
Oh,
You should have just not gone.
you do. So there's believed to be a plot involving the number 2 in.
Yes.
See.
Did your father not fill you in on this?
Well,
As I understand that you two had very close relationship.
We were very, very close as father and daughter, but at the certain point, my father was meeting with other people. I was actually meeting with a bounty hunter from America, trying to catch up on news of that continent that I hadn't quite picked up on in our international relations as to that point. So I wasn't aware that that's what he was meeting with you about. I'm so sorry to be delayed in that news.
Well, it seems the reputation about your family is not necessarily warranted then.
Damn. Kill him.
What?
Kill him now.
My first thought was to be like, "Excuse me, bitch."
What the
Stab him.
fuck
Stab
did
him in
he
the
say
neck.
about my family?
What would you do?
I need further information as a actual character, but
Your father did leave something with me before he left, though.
would you mind passing that on to me?
He hands you like a letter.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead. Do you mind if I'm gonna go ahead and start reading it?
It's like this, her father has written to her. He's like, "Look, I get the feeling that like something's about to happen to me. Like this is my last opportunity to write a letter. Like shit's like not piling up. Like the puzzle pieces are starting to connect in a way I don't like. So like he just writes this like." This might be my last opportunity to tell you things. It's just like all the sappy stuff like a father would tell us. Yeah, it's like a real tearjerker letter.
This is deeply uncomfortable to keep in my pocket
It's
someone who's
incredibly,
not
like,
actually
personal,
his
too.
daughter. Oh no, we talked about.
It's like, hey, remember that time you threw up on yourself before that thing and I told you?
Also,
God, that's so humiliating. Why did he have to talk about her teens?
this letter is magic and will self-destruct once you finish reading it.
No. No!
Oh no.
Oh, no, it will not.
Your father seemed very distressed on his way out of here.
I hadn't had much of an opportunity to talk to him that day. I'm glad that he was amongst friends shortly before his unfortunate end.
Yes.
Is there any further information? I'm just trying to gather together these disparate corners of my family's lives. I have found myself in a position of power recently that I was not expecting, and taking up that mantle comes with many connections that I don't quite understand now.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is interesting because I figured your father would have prepared you for this position.
Asshole!
She's admiral, not spiritual leader.
That is very true.
His position was spirit leader. Like, this is not a line of succession.
I worked more in the tactical side of things, doing the more practical military planning, and my father was a phenomenal advisor as a spiritual leader to the daimyo, and I believe the spiritual advisor was also looking for more of a sense of direction, purely because she was not fully prepared for the acquisition of this mantle. So we are in a great state of transition.
Well, do you have any other questions for me?
I'm sure I will. Will it be all right if I contact you later?
Certainly. You can contact my my assistant, and we can schedule another meeting.
Excellent.
I do have one small imposition to put upon you.
Of course.
And he produces another letter. He's like, "Can you take this to the Daimyo? This is a letter that may perhaps allay some of his fears about our working with any particular people against his interests."
I see. Is there any sort of like introduction to the letter that I can give that would give some sort of...
I think you know how to get it to him without raising too many suspicions.
Absolutely. Thank you
At least
very
if your
much.
father is to be a man who can be trusted.
He is absolutely a man that could be trusted.
Could have been trusted.
He was a good man.
So now you've got 2
All right. So now I have
letters.
very high profile letters that I'm just casually carrying around on my body that I don't fucking want. Wait, so I have the letter to the Daimyo. What's the...
The other letter is the last communication between him and his daughter.
Which you'll have to return.
no. That means I actually have to find you. God damn it.
I mean, you'll see me the next day. I went to the castle to do some investigation.
I mean, so this is the morning
Except she's got to go
after
to your
the
house.
party?
Otherwise, it's going to look weird if somebody's tailing her.
I have a mansion. She
Yeah.
can do whatever the fuck she wants there.
But we didn't think about that until now.
We super
what?
didn't. Well, actually, I think I may go back to the... Okay.
Plus, isn't technically speaking like Hamish or... Are you with her or did you go with me?
I'm with you.
Okay,
Hamish is with me.
She's got Hamish. Plus, there's a house of servants.
I may
be alright.
actually go back to the temple because that's the one sort of neutral spot that the 4 of us return to.
Possibly.
Especially because I don't live there anymore.
That is
So I
fair.
think I'm going to go ahead and head on towards the temple so that I can be sort of I don't know,
All right.
a little bit snakier.
So you
My character's not used to this.
you
I don't
return to
have
the
any
temple.
cunning.
Let's find out what happened to the other people.
Yeah, what'd you guys get up to?
After the break. No, I'm just kidding. We take a break in like 10 minutes.
Binuna.
All right. So you two have to make your way out of the party.
All right.
I mean, I'm a fucking ninja. Can I not simply stealth my way out of a window or something?
You certainly could. But remember that the Wester's compound is encased in a giant wall.
Again, I'm a ninja, all in black. It's nighttime. Can't be that hard.
And yet.
You got some sort of athletics roll for me?
I mean, yes. Do you just want to go back out of a servant's entrance or something? People aren't gonna pay attention.
Wait,
to this.
is she disguised as me or is she just disguised in herself? How did we end that?
I don't.
I know
Well,
that
your
I-
clothes had to go somewhere, so maybe I did take your clothes out.
I mean, you did. You're wearing my clothes. I wasn't wearing
Yeah.
anything particularly
You're just wearing ceremonial robes, so me and him could probably just leave.
No, they're formal. But I went with the. No, I don't think I went with the formal priestess robes,
No.
which would actually be fewer robes than you would be expected to wear as a lady of the court.
Well, I have my ninja outfit is on underneath, my all black suit. So I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just using it to kind of walk out. We'll still probably go out a side entrance or something. We're not gonna go out where everyone else is clearly gonna see me, but. No one's
good plan.
Again, mind you, no one's actually looking. No one's really looking to, make sure that
I
I'm.
got pretty decent stealth and cool.
Yeah, I've got really good athletics and stealth.
Well, get
Super
yourselves
good
out of
stealth.
there.
I'm happy for
Alright.
you.
So yeah, just go through a servant's entrance or something.
Sound good?
Yeah. So are we rolling stealth for this? or
Yep,
just
2
leaving?
purple and 1 black dice because you're taking somebody else with you.
Oh,
So
wow.
much dice.
Oh, I need a yellow die. I have stealth out the ass. I am a ninja.
This would be a really
You'll be
inopportune time to get despair.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You can't get a despair, but okay.
I mean, he fully
just
could
saying
get
in
a
general.
despair.
Those are
Nailed it.
disadvantages, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So then
2
I got.
successes and nothing.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
success.
you 2 escape.
Damn. That was
Neatly
pretty cool.
done. So
Now-
that
now
could have
what's up?
gone way
You now are
worse.
in the streets.
Yeah, and we're making our way to the fucking castle.
I pull a single
Making my way
cloth strap
downtown.
on my kimono, and then combat Sven emerges. It's like a locust from a cocoon, but faster.
All right, so you guys make it to the castle.
All right, yeah. I guess we're gonna go in, ideally, just to see if because again, there should be no court officials here, so there should really only be servants, the Daimyo, the general, and Taro Nobuna.
Guards,
Yeah, I
and
feel
you're
like-
not you, so how you getting in the castle?
I mean, I do live in the castle. So if you are also disguised as me, or if you could
Honestly, at this
disguise
point, I'm pretty
yourself
sure
as
I
a
could just
member
take
of
it.
my
I could just show
household.
my face, and they'd probably let me in. I'm the fucking admiral.
I mean, you could.
Isn't the point
Well,
of this
and
that
you
we're
are-
supposed to be hiding the fact that we're doing this?
Probably. We'll go through a servant's entrance.
I mean, there's still guards.
Yeah, well.
If there ever was a place where there are guards on the servants' entrance, this is the place.
Also, if the guard sees us, that sort of blows the whole
Yikes.
thing. So we could try and climb in through
Yeah.
a window, or
We'll do that. We'll try to, sneak in
Okay.
through some window on the second floor.
Okay. That's going to be a stealth check.
How much stealth you got,
Snag. I
Sven?
don't have to roll. Both of my stats are worse than hers. I just give a black die to the
You're
check.
giving me 2 red die for fucking...
You are attempting to use ninja techniques at a
Jeepers.
castle that was built to keep
Built
ninjas out.
specifically to prevent this.
Yeah, but I know the castle.
Yeah, I know. This still doesn't mean that it's not
Could we
designed.
not
Flip a
throw
light
in
side
a...
point. It will give you another green die, which massively increases your chance of succeeding.
I got it, yeah.
Yes.
Got
Oh,
him.
no, so you're good.
Yeah, like
You
5
have
success.
some disadvantages, though. You've
It's
got...
5 success and 1 disadvantage.
Okay.
Nice.
So you whip out your grappling hook. You twirl it around, hook a window, climb up. Sven's behind you.
Damn. The whole time I'm just like,
Hot
what's the
so
disadvantage?
fucking good at this. This is
You'll
cool.
find out when it becomes relevant.
Damn.
So once we get in and we're both crouched ninja style,
Jeepers.
just
I'm gonna ditch the clothes. I'm clearly ninja.
Sven's just I like to watch you work.
All right. So now you're on the second floor of the
Bros.
castle.
All right.
In the private quarters of somebody who's not a court
kill him.
official.
Yeah. just
No.
someone's room.
It's somebody who's low enough on the totem pole to have a single room as their private quarters, but
That's
still high enough up that they have a room in the castle.
So yeah. Oxymoron.
But obviously they're not here because they're at the party.
Yeah, like I said, everyone. This place is mostly empty, minus servants.
All right. Where would you hold a clandestine meeting in the castle?
I mean, I guess the first place we would have to check is just if the Daimyo is in his quarters alone. I mean, without the general or without the Todo Nobuna. If he's not there, then I guess we just have to look for conference rooms or something, because at the time it'd be the easiest way. So yeah, we're gonna just kind of sneak our way slowly but quietly, without obviously walking in front of servants up to the top. Would he be the top?
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, to the top.
All right. You find a screen door that you could sit next to, which is near a screen door that he's behind, so you could hear but not see.
Okay.
And he's not alone, but it sounds like the kind of company he's keeping is definitely not the general or...
Todo Nobuna.
Yeah.
So is it? Do you,
It's much more of the younger female variety.
Would we assume it's his wife?
You don't know.
Well, I'm just assuming
You can't assume that.
All right.
Both by
Yikes.
reputation and by just you haven't dealt too much with her wife. With his
So
wife.
he is with a different. Okay, could we eavesdrop for a couple minutes?
I mean, yeah, you can. It's just
Totally gonna
gross
eavesdrop.
sounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Old man.
Whoa. Yeah, but he's... Wait, are we spying on the Daimyo right now?
Yeah.
The Daimyo is an increasingly young man.
He's getting younger.
a lot younger.
He's still an old man.
He's regressed a solid, what?
100 years?
12 years? Which means he's in his, what? If you were looking at him as a
Still past
non-immortal,
middle-aged.
140?
If we don't act
he's-
fast, he's going to turn into a baby. We got to do something.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's true. What sort of age does he appear to be at now?
Still the same age.
Okay, so he's in his,
So his appearance is
mid
different.
40s.
Yeah, he's in his mid-40s equivalently.
Though. Okay.
Which
what I mean.
still
Past
means
middle
a
age.
great deal of regression has
If we don't
happened.
act now, he's going to buy a fancy car.
Probably.
He's
already has
we are
an
this
affair
close
with the
to a
younger
midlife
woman.
crisis. All right. I'm gonna actually try to see who this person is, because he's mysteriously getting younger. We can't find anything magical about his wife, so I guess I'm gonna try to sneak.
Roll some stealth.
All right. God damn it!
I'm literally standing still. How is there a black die?
Multiple people.
Okay.
There's more people in that room.
No. You are having to.
You have to.
You have to
cover
care for
his
more than just
shit.
yourself. That's what
Yeah.
the black dice
Well,
goes
I mean,
for.
I have to move 2 screens. I feel like it's not necessarily.
And the red is obviously the palace security,
Yeah.
which is top notch here.
That triangle.
Or is it? No,
Is that a
that's still a
triumph?
fail.
No.
It's 3 successes, 3 fails. You have a triumph, a fail, and
Okay.
a triumph and a fail. That's what we got.
No, because isn't a triumph the success also has a success?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but only if you've already succeeded.
Oh,
So you
okay.
need more successes than failures.
So a triumph, a fail, and 2 advantage.
Okay, well, you open the first door that you're hiding behind. You go to like open the second door, but you're like, like I can't see in, and like the odds that there's a non 0% chance that they could be looking right at that door.
Okay.
So you're like, all right, I'm not going to open it,
Okay, so
and you creep back
don't
into your own
actually-
room.
Yeah, don't actually get to see
Yes.
who it is. Damn.
But you also don't give yourself away.
Wait, do you have any sort of sense as to who was in that room?
I mean, he.
A younger woman and the Lord.
Okay.
That is all you know.
Yeah.
But it's a like native Japanese speaker because if
It's not a
non-
Westerner.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure.
All right. That's more information. Than
I
we
guess
had
it's just.
before.
Yeah, I guess it's just something that we'll have to come back and check on later.
Oh no! Investigation.
All right, so I guess the next place to be would be Todo Nobuna's quarters.
Yes.
So the daimyo's not meeting with anyone. We should note that. It's
Yeah.
important.
Well, he's meeting with somebody, but not for the purposes that would be anyway helpful to your investigation.
Yeah, we're not.
I listen closer, and they're exchanging state secrets while they're being coitus.
That would be the best way to cover up your meetings.
Right? Would that not just like code word?
Just loud
The
coitus
safe
sounds.
word is
Yeah.
we're pro-British. All right.
The safe word is 1 if by land, 2 if by sea.
Jeepers.
All right, so you have to go down a level.
Sven
get
pauses
to
for
it.
like a moment and thinks about how he could just kill the daimyo right now. Like he's close enough and he could do it quickly enough.
Why would you want to
I mean,
kill
again,
the daimyo?
like I said-
Because he's just Sven.
Like I said earlier, it is a non-zero chance you could kill him.
Yeah.
But why? There's
I
no.
can't think of a good reason to, so I leave.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's making the
boy.
realization that he could. He's
Boy,
like,
howdy, would
I
that have
could
been an
do
interesting
this.
plot twist.
Boy,
Why did you kill him?
indeed. Felt right in the moment.
He's,
oh no.
he's an assassin.
I just imagining the weekend at
mercenary.
Bernie's scenario with you guys in Akamitsu trying to convince everyone the Lord's still alive.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for actual responsibility. I just thought
I feel like
action without
If
consequence.
I hadn't spent time with your character, I probably would have just murdered that dude. Just murked him right away.
Well, for no reason other than like I.
Glad that my like lawful good can influence you, and you're some
Pick
like.
up a fucking broom, Sven, and stop killing people.
God
for no
damn it,
reason.
Sven. It doesn't need to be like this.
Just that thought of I could kill him. Just so we're all
Just
clear,
like-
I could do this, but I'm choosing not to.
There's some
It's
crazy
so easy to
conspiracy.
end people.
People are coming after people next to us. It's only a matter of time before they come for us. What happens if you lop the head off the snake? Would that be better? Hard to tell. I leave.
Yeah,
That's
hard to
fair.
tell.
So you guys go down one floor.
All right.
And this is the entire floor, much like the floor above it is the entire floor is the Lord's. This entire floor is Todo Nobuna's.
Next important person we meet, though, killing the shit out of him.
like
I mean,
quarters.
now is when you get gun turrets, just given the levels in the building, right?
No, this is
You're in the
the-
basement.
We could
is the
kill him
fire
silently.
Nice.
We could.
Fire and silence.
You want to roll me some more
Silent
stealth?
fire.
Yeah. roll some stealth.
If you're not doing flame boobies, though, you're not doing
Snake.
it
Another
Absolutely
triumph.
Triumph, success, and
And
that's it.
yeah,
Okay.
triumph and success.
So this time you have no trouble like eluding the guards, and you end up like you find a door to the room that you think he's in. Like you just make a little crack, you can see him in there. He's definitely in there.
Is he by himself?
Yes, he's reading.
It's a Grimshaw.
right. Squash Blossom, welcome.
Do we want to take a break to reorganize?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
We'll be back.
All right, so she's trying to be mean. Absolutely sugar.
All right, we're streaming.
All right.
Drugs.
Waiting for Kira to come back.
Yep.
Trying to minimize the amount of time the stream is down.
I can try.
Hello, everybody.
Also, I'm here now. That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hamish.
Oh,
You're
so
hanging out at a party.
you and I need to discuss before Kira comes out. What is in your pockets normally?
Her fucking pockets? Nothing.
Okay, nothing at all.
Most of
I'm
her
talking about
stuff-
like common day, like items. Like I need to know all of your pocket contents roughly.
I mean, typically she'll probably carry around
All
a
right.
couple like.
No,
blank
we're gonna fix
scrolls
this.
For notes and
You
or,
take
like,
that mic.
pencil pads or
Give
something.
him that mic.
Yeah.
We'll share this mic.
That seems better.
So you have charcoal and a blank scroll,
Yeah.
which is
but-
equivalently your like writing pad. And,
Yeah,
Pen.
like I said, a lot of her clothes in reality, like where there are pockets, there's actually a hole in the back that allows her to reach weapons strapped to her physical body. Not,
Okay.
Not necessarily.
I could do something with that.
Yeah, so her pockets themselves are fairly actually empty in reality. Most of her stuff, though, like if she reaches her hand in her pocket, she's got to like go back and forth through several layers of clothing to get to what weapons underneath. So,
Do you have
Most people-
any sort of notes on you currently, like, or do you only have blank pieces?
Can you?
she probably has just blank notepad. I don't think she's gonna have like notes.
Can
and
you
stuff.
flip a dark side point to put a poison dagger on Kira's person that you just fucking forgot about?
What? No. Why would a priestess have a poison dagger?
No, you had a poison dagger and you gave her your clothes.
Yeah.
But I don't keep stuff in my clothes.
Yeah, but you
They're
forgot
strapped
about
to my body.
Okay, so where were we?
Trying to get Sven to not be an instigator.
Oh, that's right.
You didn't have
The
to do that. It made
so yeah, you see Toto Nobuna. He's sitting in his study, reading a scroll, sipping some tea.
Oh
It's
shit.
completely innocuous.
Totally alone.
He's totally alone. I mean, servants come in and out occasionally, like
yeah,
it's
but like
the
he's not-
normal flow of things.
Spends around the corner. He's just like,
Super debating on whether or not we should kill him. Super debating it.
Ooh, now my ears are warm.
Is it
It's
possible
delightful,
for me
isn't
to
it?
like
does.
Yeah.
Hey.
go up and like between the floors and open the ceiling and see like if I can see what he's writing?
No, the above ceiling is the floor of the above floor. It's not like there's no drop ceiling. It's just the wooden floor that's the next floor up.
Well, I meant like, well, you know, support beams and all that shit. Usually there's
No, they ain't got that.
damn.
This castle was made in like the 600s.
So they gotta keep it from falling down. Support beams are a thing. God damn it.
There are no support beams.
There's gotta be support beams, unless the ceiling just has like
The
fucking
only
rows.
the only way for you
Of
to
bare
get
beams.
to see what he's like
Load
reading
bearing walls. It's
is
all
to
just load
go into the
bearing
room.
walls.
flip a light side point.
I flipped a light side point.
To do what?
Wait, no, wait, hold on. You need to roll dice. You also need to roll fate dice. Come on.
Nuh-uh. If they're not here at the start,
That's how it works.
yeah,
I
this
will-
is the rule.
I
We've
will
done
not
this
be
before.
here.
There
I
are
will never be
bookshelves
start.
Well,
along the
fuck.
perimeter of the room
Okay.
That means
that
we have.
you could like hop up on top of and be at least, up higher
There's no fucking
and
way that's gonna
out
work.
of the way.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Alright, well, I'm not fucking climbing on top of it. He'll totally see it. We're ninjas. We're not invisible.
You might be invisible.
We're not 2D ninjas.
Uh,
We're not
You should be.
invisible.
After a while, like a servant will come in and be like, "Excuse me, your lordship," but like, or not your lordship, but like your lordship, but the term for it, not obviously not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like your meeting is here, and
Gentle bro.
he will like nod and go leave the room.
Alright. I guess we'll follow him, see who he's having a meeting with.
Flip,
Okay.
Clap,
I need
It's
stealth.
a prostitute. I am going to kill him.
Be stealth.
Again.
Anytime you're changing positions, it's gonna be
Yikes.
stealth.
Your meeting is here.
Sven comes in, kimono off of one shoulder. Hey,
I know what you like.
am I not your 2 o'clock
good.
meeting?
Yeah, two six. No,
Are you?
I
One
mean,
success.
I'm
Two
not.
success.
Is Sven?
no. One success, 2 advantage.
One advantage.
One advantage. One success, one advantage.
Yep.
Kill
Okay.
it. Jesus Christ. Paying off.
So
The ninja's paying off. All the
again,
pain.
you find yourself on the other side of a silk screen. This is again not one that you think you could open, but you could definitely hear the two people talking.
Okay.
Sven's gotten bored. I'm trying to quietly do bow in a cup right now.
Sven is doing ball in a cup behind you. He's doing pretty good at it too.
All right.
I
Not
got
making
both.
any
I
sound.
got both of mine.
Dual wielding.
They're all
Nice.
quiet. They're felt balls.
So what you hear from the other room is the one person who's obviously Toto Nobuna's thing, like, hey, I don't understand why you're here. Like, this is like a last minute meeting. You forced me to not go to this party, and as much as I'm thankful for not having to go, why the urgency? And the other voice, who's a woman, who you know to be the general, is like, look, I know what you're going on about.
No.
Like, this needs to stop. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, she's like, I know you met with the Westerners. I've heard it on good authority that you're planning to overthrow the daimyo. And he's like, that's all news to me. Like, what proof do you have? And she's like, and then she just like storms out, and he's just like, all right.
All right. Why? Fuck. Why did she
Shit.
do that before then?
Why
Yeah,
did
she
do
is
that?
not very sneaky.
Because we
She's
talked to her,
super
that's why.
honorable.
Yeah, we shouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kira.
Cool.
Listen, I knew she was going to. No, I don't have any good reason.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have the scrolls of their communications. Like, I just don't, I've got proof. I
Wait.
just-
Where are those scrolls?
they're at the house. Like, I
Oh,
already
okay.
went and found them and collected them.
Thought they might have been in your pocket.
Okay,
perchance.
so what do now?
We should follow her so she doesn't fucking mysteriously die.
Yeah, you do that.
Wait, where are you right now?
Stealth.
Oh, yeah.
I just met
Too
with
red
the
is your difficulty.
French
Sweet.
ambassador.
Since you no longer are caring for another
where?
person.
I'm trying to figure out where people are in relation to me right
Man,
now.
I sure wish I had a light side point right now.
Yeah, well, I blew that.
Fuck.
For a bunch
Fail
of
with
shells.
the threat.
Disadvantage.
So you start to
Fail
follow
with the threat
general.
disadvantage. Shit.
But you quickly realize that like you don't know the most optimal paths to stay out of line of sight. So you lose sight of her for fear of risking exposure.
Can I
Like, go to her house or anything?
expose myself and just be like, with my ball in the cups and looking like a goof, just be like, hey, I'm lost. Can you help me
If
out?
you can pass a deception check, I gotta warn you though, if you don't pass it, it's gonna be real bad.
It's gonna be fighting time? That's fine.
Wait, trying to like do deception check against the general? Or
No, the
just
guards.
In general. Oh. Okay.
So like he's reached a point where like to follow the general the best he can would require him to pass in front of guards, and he stopped himself right before going, I don't think I can make that happen.
Okay.
Oh, because he's still in the castle?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me hit you with this one. Can it be charm if I don't lie? Because I can actually
Yes.
charm pretty well. Sweet.
Some sort of skill to attempt them to stop from just murdering you.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, General, what was her name again?
Hoshikanko.
General Hoshikako. Just the person I was looking for. I was sent to keep an eye on you. Things are a little sketchy right now. But I got lost.
Take yourself one black dice.
One black die.
She definitely thinks you're here to assassinate her now.
That's true. That is usually what I do.
Fuck!
Success, despair. Let's go.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's 4 fucking successes.
Hell
On a
yeah.
despair.
All right then.
Oh shit.
So the
All
guards-
So,
right.
can the despair be she really thinks I'm going to murder her?
The guards are like, all right. I mean, we've seen him around here before. Like, whatever. He's probably here for some rhyme.
Unless Hoshikanko attacks
Right.
you.
All quietly and low-key
Yikes.
menacingly, I'm like, you have to come with me.
So she will go with you, but like you can tell she's a bit paranoid.
Okay.
Jeepers.
Just keep going back to your house.
Yeah.
Play it cool.
My house, her house.
That's what I'm saying to
Jinkies.
Hoshikanko.
Yeah. So where are you taking her?
It's her house.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I might, I was going to do opium with Wayland, right?
Yes.
Alright,
Nice.
can we do that real quick? It just occurred to me I could do something that might actually, help out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you and Waylon go back to his room
Yep.
with Akimitsu.
Yep. Oh, I don't want to go with her. That's awkward.
Isn't Akimitsu with me? To,
Well,
like-
not since you went to the meeting.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Okay,
that's
well,
fine.
we'll just do opium together.
Fucking ninjas.
I mean, Akimitsu's unfazed by the opium.
That's fair. How about Wayland?
No, what I'm saying is like that's part of her culture. Like,
Yeah.
So she's preparing the pipes for you and stuff.
Oh,
like
thank
that.
you. That's very sweet.
Yeah. I
Nice.
mean, Wayland is as always. Wayland is when he smokes opium.
Yeah. So after we talk up a little bit, I'm going to look Wayland in the eye and I'm going to say to him, "Hey, Wayland."
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
So I've heard recently that somebody around here is trying to hunt me down for me past crimes.
I did just tell you that.
Yup.
Like 2 hours ago.
Yup. So I don't like that. So if you know anything about that, that would be favourite. But-
legitimate crimes that I have in fact committed.
Yeah.
100%.
So there's that. I don't
Lies.
like it. If you could
Yikes.
help me out with that, that'd be fabulous. If not, whatever. Just don't help the guy. 2, somebody's conspiring with Westerners around here, and they're starting killing people, and I've been told to stop that. Do you know anything about that?
Well, I can answer both of your questions.
Lovely.
But first, I need everybody to roll me 1 yellow and 1 red dice, and then just tell me what the results that you got are.
All right.
This is not any sort of skill check, so no modifiers or anything like that. I just want to know.
Sick.
Okay, complete wash.
Fail with advantage? It's an automatic fail if you don't get a success, yes?
Correct.
You
Wash.
also get a complete wash.
Success with turbo threats.
Okay,
Well-
that's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Obviously, then I got
So he's like, well, yes, first of all, I have been acquainted with the fellow who's hunting you. I was his translator for when he was speaking before the Lord.
Lovely.
Dino na, Bino na.
But that's really all I know about him. He's an American of sorts.
What's he,
Do you know his name?
Yeah, what's his name? That'd be dope.
His name is Mr. Sagehome. This is how he was introduced to me.
Oh, that's not a person Is that a person I know?
No.
Lovely. All right, well, that's good to know. Second thing.
Yes, about the conspiracy.
Uh-huh.
Well, I can tell you that all sorts of high-level people have been coming in and out of the compound lately, but I don't know anything of a specific conspiracy. It was quite a bit strange, though, to have the spiritual advisor here but a week ago.
Tell me about that.
Well, I don't know. He went to the French compound, and unfortunately for me, the French ambassador happens to speak very good Japanese, so my services were not needed.
That does suck.
Honesty. The best policy.
Let's see. So, I appreciate your honesty, Wayland. So, I've got some things to take care of. I'm gonna go in like 20 minutes after we smoke more opium. Sound good?
Yes.
Lovely!
There's nothing less awkward than ending a conversation with someone that you're about to spend 20 minutes in a closet with.
Yep.
So after you spend your 20
At
minutes,
least
you
it's 20 minutes in a
you
closet
get up and you leave,
involving
and as you're leaving,
drugs.
you start to hear like the sound of laughter from the room, and then the sounds of adult noises as you make your way out.
Oh, are they?
You didn't stick around to investigate.
I'm gonna.
Roll some stealth.
All right.
What
Also,
the fuck is your
I don't have my
stealth?
character sheet, so we're winging this.
This is gonna be
Let's see.
hysterical. Let's
Stealth
go.
is agility based. My agility is 2.
That's
But
right.
your stealth and your are you doing deception in this or just
Nope,
stealth?
It's just stealth.
So
Don't you have a disadvantage with stealth?
No.
It is 2 purple.
Nice.
They're not. It's not like high level security, but they're also trying to be discreet. So
Well,
you got nothing.
fail with the threat. Let's go.
So you just crash into the room while they're having sex, or
No, he didn't get a despair.
yeah.
He just doesn't get anything useful.
Yeah.
and this is between the Wayland and Hoshikanko, or not Hoshikanko?
Akimitsu.
Akimitsu?
Also,
She's into okay.
if Hoshikanko is like any kind of smart at all, I showed up like literally immediately after she confronted
Yeah,
that guy.
we haven't got there yet. You're still taking her
Yeah.
home from where we paused. But
Oh.
I got a couple other things I
There's
want
no
to tie up
light
first.
sides, and I rolled a despair, so I'll roll with whatever the result is.
And I have nothing to flip. Damn.
Do I know that you or whomever was meeting with the French ambassador?
No, only Akimitsu was there.
No.
Okay, then I'm going to go find the French ambassador.
Okay, well, you're told, like, at the bottom of the stairs, like, he's in meetings all day. Like, you have to make an appointment.
So, weird thing about that, and I'm just going to throw up on him.
No,
You're
you're
gonna-
stopped at the bottom of the stairs by, like,
Because that'd
guards
be
and his secretary and stuff
hysterical.
like
Oh,
that.
okay.
He throws up on them. is what he
I am
said.
contemplating throwing up on strangers. No, I don't think that'll
Haven't
get me
we
what I
all?
want.
They're like, if you need, like, diplomatic help, like, we have lower level people you can speak to in, like, if it's an
Just tell
emergency.
him, like my friend has a meeting with him, and I was late.
No, I'm going to go with, inform him that it's to do with Mr. Sagehome and myself.
Okay. Then you still got to make an appointment.
Wait a minute.
I don't want to, though. All right, I'll make an appointment. When can I get an appointment?
2 weeks from now, Thursday.
Unacceptable.
The first availability he's got.
No,
You have to understand, he's the most important and most, like, busy of all
All
the
right, find me
ambassadors.
a lower level person that can get me access to him that isn't you.
All right, we'll come back to you.
Thanks.
You.
All right, like I said, I'm tailing Toronobuna.
Right. And you are just wearing your black ninja outfit, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm weaponed up and everything. I got all my shit with me, but.
Yeah, but that's fine. I was just trying to figure out what you did with her clothes.
I honestly, they probably got ditched.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. All right, so your father into the Nobuni returns to his study, and you take up the same position you had before.
And he's just there drinking tea all night long?
I mean, not all night. He'll go to bed at like a very early hour for somebody so boring.
I mean, he is boring. Of course
Yeah.
he'll go to bed early.
He does nothing out of the ordinary that would strike you as weird.
Alright.
Look at him sitting there, menacingly.
See, now I'm kind of thrown off because I for sure have like totally seen that I've stolen. He didn't check to see if any of his scrolls were missing or anything like that. Like, he didn't.
Obviously, he didn't run around the palace going, somebody took my important communication about a...
I know, but I'm just saying, like, he just got told by the fucking general that, hey, I know you're betraying people, and he covered it up fine, but he, like, totally must have been like, shit.
Or maybe he's got faith that he did a better job than she's letting on.
Also, like, if you're accused of some crazy crime like that, the worst thing you can do is start reacting like some sort of movie
Well, I just felt
villain
like I
immediately.
wasn't sure if he was, like, gonna go through his desk and was like, shit, what could you possibly have found?
Yeah.
Unless you know what obviously what it is.
Fair.
Like, how many letters do you think he gets where he spells out his attempt to overthrow a lord?
Enough. He could.
I mean, he's also, like, he's got other conspirators in it, so it's perfectly viable as well that the leak came from other people.
Fair. All right. Well, I guess I'll just wait until he goes to bed. And
Okay.
Then
Kill him. Murder him. Cut him down.
Uneventfully, he goes
Kill
to
him
bed.
now.
I should murder him right now, but I feel like I have to wait.
It's your call.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna probably go to the
Oh, for
general's
2
house.
on murders. Come on, team.
Oh.
All right.
We're trying not to
with
just
the
leave
scrolls. I have
bodies
the
in our
scrolls with
wake.
me.
Which scrolls?
That's evidence.
Is that the evidence against?
Yes. Okay.
I had those on me, so I'm gonna go to the general's house, assuming that's
Sure.
where he took her.
All right. Well, no, we're going back to them in the streets together.
Well, like I said, I'm just letting you know that I'm heading that way.
I would like to roll a vigilance.
Back the way I came.
Yeah, go ahead and
so I
roll
picked
vigilance.
Up,
Another skill that I have.
back
3
the way I
different
came,
dices
so I
in.
picked up what's her face's.
What am I
clothes.
rolling against?
4 purple.
Oh boy. Super sneaky. I need one more. This is probably not going to work.
I'm wearing Kira's robes again.
Okay, we'll come back to you in a minute.
Well, just letting you
Yeah, I
know.
know,
went
but
back to
there's something
general.
important. That's why I asked about it. We'll come back to you in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That's going to be 1 advantage and a fail.
Okay. What is your do you have any sort of protection against attack?
Soak? Or...
Yeah, anything. Anything that would increase the difficulty of what I'm about to attempt.
Nah.
Alright. She's going to attempt to use some jujitsu on you to, like, break away.
Okay.
Yeah. It happens. With 1 disadvantage.
Cool.
What would you like the disadvantage to be?
For her?
Yeah.
It's 1 disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I have my hand on her shoulder, and she does, like, a wrist lock, and then, like, kicks me and runs away. It's like, that was pretty cool, but I have a gun. Don't move.
Okay. She'll stop.
I'm not here to kill you.
But you are pointing a gun at me right now.
Well, I feel like if you run away, you might die. So I will shoot you in the leg if I have to, but I would prefer not to.
This is so
What
poor.
What do you want?
I want you to get back to your house and not die. I think you might be the only person who's on our side.
How about this? How about we meet somewhere in the middle? You put the gun away, and we can go to my house.
All right.
All right, she'll take you back
No
to her
issue.
house.
Yeah, he's no problem.
All right, back to you. When you're putting back on the outer robe,
Nah.
in one of the pockets, you find like an anonymous love poem.
Ooh.
Oh, I left
Another
that
one?
in there.
No, not it's the first you've ever seen.
I was with her last. Well, you didn't bring it up, did you?
No.
Nope, super.
It's an anonymous love poem about 2 cranes on a pond.
I'm gonna knit my eyebrows, shove it back in the clothes, and move on.
All right.
A
Fuck
little
you,
bit,
Mike.
a little bit of a blush, like a little bit.
Not even a little
Not
bit.
even-
It was
Ooh,
so
ice cold.
good though.
But Shikage, her whole family.
I also want to put out so like you're like an expert in like ninja stuff. Like clearly, a woman wrote this.
Yeah, like
For
to me.
yeah, for a woman.
Yeah, I'm just. That's what I don't give a shit, okay? Like, I'm a fucking ninja. My whole family was murdered. I'm not courting anybody. This is kind of one of those things where I'm like, okay, cool, not important, and just shoved it back in my like. Who
How does that
cares?
make you feel?
You
Like
know,
your feelings just aren't important.
It's fine. I'm used to this sort of treatment.
Oh, brutal.
Chio doesn't give a shit about what other people do in their spare time.
It's
if
totally
someone's
fine.
writing love letters to a priestess, fucking fine. Who
Or
really
at
cares?
least we got that bit.
All right,
Really
so
not
we find our
Good to know
fake
that.
ninja still at the party.
No longer to be
Yeah.
So I'm
Thank
just
you
trying
for
to
that.
like
As you see
Travel
across
under
the
the
room,
radar.
like Hamish in like a confrontation with some of the French guys. Like you can't hear what they're saying, but the body language is confrontational.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't get Hamish out of the situation with coming up with some sort of fake emergency. Well, I need him as my escort. I cannot just wander around on my own. I'm a court lady, and I'm in the Western Quarters, so I need a Westerner to guide me through some of these proceedings. So I'm going to see if I can't borrow him from whatever interaction he's currently in.
Oh no, I was just getting kicked out anyway.
Yeah, you cut.
Great. So I'm just gonna be like, all right, and we're gone.
Yeah, you just come into some like heated words, and he turns around and starts to trot off.
You can't fire me, I quit.
Yep.
Yeah.
As they're like, yeah, if you want to see somebody, the door's right there. They're pointing to like the main exit.
You guys are not. Well, that's fair. I am a drunken lout.
And they are French.
Frenchies. All right.
Oh,
hey.
Oh, hello. Yes. I need you to come and translate something for me.
What?
I need you to come with me so you can translate a conversation for me.
Sweet. I'll do that, I guess.
Yeah, I just want to get you out of that. I don't know what I'm doing because I was not prepared for this sort of thing. So I'm just trying to get you out of that interaction.
No. Don't you worry. I was just berating some Frenchies because they wouldn't take me to their leader.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just met with the French ambassador. What sort of information were you trying to get?
So apparently he's part of the whole, well, I shouldn't say this in a public place.
Maybe outside.
Perhaps you can. I'm trying to get very specific English phrases. Perhaps we could meet under this plum tree.
Oh man.
So it's slightly away from the party is what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
but
get
now you've made some juicy rumors. From
No,
us.
That's true. Yeah.
you know what? It's fine.
Flip the
It's
dark
not.
side point,
It's
there
not
you go.
me. It's all Chio.
shit.
Like
Being under a bump suit at the same
I'm
time.
gonna
Some
pass
juicy
on
rumors.
my problems to you.
Guess who you're going to make jealous?
What problem did you just have? Whoa.
Flirting with Western centaurs.
all I did was like get the two of
The
us
wheat
out of
your
a
father's
public,
day.
like super public
Hey, can we
space
talk about
into a slightly more hidden place.
incorrect number of layers she is wearing? That is too few layers to be wearing.
That's true.
Sassy.
So I'm not only like dragging you off to a slightly hidden corner of this party. I'm a slut. God damn.
Yep. See what you did?
Shio doesn't give a fuck.
Chio does not give a single
No,
fuck.
anyone who wants to confront Shio about anything she does.
You
Go
gotta
on.
do that high five, or I'm gonna go for that high five. Excellent.
Do we get to the house?
Yes.
Is that what this was? Or you just
Okay.
tried to cut in?
Does she talk to anyone? Does she have house security?
Yeah.
Okay.
And servants, but she like. You guys get in.
Okay.
She doesn't alert them or anything.
Who's in charge?
That's
for
nice.
house security?
She has a headman who does it.
You. I don't know which of you I can trust. If I don't see your hands or one of you gets too close, I will kill you.
The headman's very confused because, like, as far as he knows, you're here for like a visit.
Yeah,
Like, he doesn't have the backstory. He's like, I'm
all
sorry,
I
Lord, whatever I did to offend you.
And then I put broken glass under all the windows and bar every door that I can.
Where are you gonna get glass?
From one of the windows.
It's gotta be there.
They don't have glass windows.
Then
No,
I
they're
will
all
bring him a
paper.
window.
Broken
really
ceramics
true.
work, gravel works.
Okay, broken
anything
ceramics they got.
Yeah.
Something that will go
Where'd you get
crunch,
broken
crunch.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Whatever.
like, you return to Hoshikaku in her study, and she's like, so, now that you've done breaking all my plateware,
God damn it.
what is going on?
I pull a chair down. I sit facing with my back to a solid wall. When I
So
say,
there's no chairs. You have a cushion
tatami
that you
mat.
kneel
I sit
on.
next to
Yeah,
a solid wall.
fair.
He grabs a cushion to put in front of him so that he can look like he's on a backwards chair.
There you go.
As he sits
100%.
cross-legged on the
It looks
ground.
real dumb. I'm like. You may have noticed there's been a lot of conspiracies and murder happening.
Ain't
picking
taking
a side.
chances.
Congratulations, it's your side.
I don't have a side in this matter.
You
just
say
trying
that.
To do what is right for the Lord.
Sure. Somebody might kill you for it. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm trying to prevent that from happening.
It's
I'm
good of
waiting
you.
here until backup shows up.
Okay,
And-
well,
and on my watch. No one's gonna fuck with you while I'm here.
then let's wait.
All right.
As she like starts reading a scroll, but like it's that nervous reading you do.
You're
Like
looking up.
yeah, she's
She-
actually
she, like,
absorbing any information.
The
She's just keeping
camera
an eye
has
on you.
the scroll up front, and then it peeks up over the top of the scroll, and his Sven's just balling the cup. Going in one hand, balling the cup in the other. Like,
So now you arrive at her house,
Yeah,
to which you are shown in because you're a lord,
yeah, whatever.
and you find a lot of broken like ceramics just kind of strewn about.
If I see him like underneath doors or windows and shit, I'll kind of be like, all right.
Yeah, but like you see a lot of confused staff. Like, are we supposed to sweep this up? Like, what is going on?
What did this weird
Is this some
white
weird
man
Western
do?
custom where they just come to your house and break
Special
everything?
There's only one Western that does that. His name's Link.
Where are the chickens?
All right, I'll go into her study.
Oh,
Kinda confused.
You're yourself, just in my clothing,
Yeah.
right?
why?
Okay.
Why are you wearing? You know what? It's been a strange night. What can I do for you?
I'm just gonna.
I assume you're the backup.
Yep.
Sure.
I have a cigarette also at this point.
Nice.
You
I'm gonna-
rolled it out of something imaginary.
I'm gonna produce the scrolls and be like, these are the scrolls I found in Toto Nobuna's office. You should not have confronted him.
How do you? I just. You know what?
Oh boy.
What's our move then?
Well, to be quite honest with you, unfortunately, I don't really have information on who wrote these. I can guarantee you, that they come from the Westerners' compounds, but as to which specific members of the compounds wrote them or in correspondence, they're not really signed in an obvious way.
All right, she's gonna roll some leadership. Come up with a plan for you guys.
Yeah.
That would be, thank God, we need some kind of leadership.
The reason we sent Sven here is because the last people who investigated, the last people that investigated Toto Nobuna's plot were murdered. So
Murder.
All right.
followed you.
So she like sits there for a minute and she's like, "All right, I've got a plan.
Shit.
First thing is, I need you to give me those scrolls, and I'm gonna hang on to them."
Why?
She's gonna be. I'm gonna be like kind of nervous about either A, not having a copy, and B.
Well, she didn't say you couldn't make a copy. She just wants to hang on to the originals
Okay.
because she has higher. Basically, she's gonna explain that like she has more honor than you. So like, if she presents the scrolls, it's gonna be more like impactful and in a court of law than it would be if you did.
I mean, well, I'll probably will start like just copying down what they say.
I mean, she's not gonna stop you.
Yeah.
She then needs you to switch kimonos with her.
Oh, there's a whole
Nice.
lot of like
Alright.
dress switching that's happening
Yeah.
tonight.
Swappery.
She just wants your clothes, probably to sniff.
I
Yep.
mean,
We'll find out what happens with that
probably.
later. But there is something that is important with it. But no, she needs you to be her to go back to the party.
All right.
Oh, shit.
So that way she establishes an alibi.
That's
Fair.
smart. Yeah.
That's no problem.
And she's already assuming that Sven's just not going to let her wander about in public.
I'm gonna kind of lightly sigh and undo the clothes in front of her, with my all black outfit on underneath. Like I want this to clearly this is kind of this is an honest showing of the situation.
All right.
at the moment.
Well, she'll pack that away for later. And then she'll take off her kimono and give it to you.
Turns around and faces the wall, I think. Just
Yeah.
continues
I
to
didn't
do the
take
ball.
I didn't get naked. I'm in my black
Her,
outfit. I just took off.
her kimono's
Very
like
frantic
2
ball
sizes
and
too large for you.
cup.
Like
One
she's
person who could probably
tall
kill
woman.
me.
Yeah.
Gotta not see her naked.
The 2 people that could probably kill you are
I'm
in
gonna
this
look over
room
and be
getting
like,
naked.
Sven, can you make 2 tall sandals?
I mean, I'm
Was he gonna
she's
whittle them?
also like
No, but I have 2 sandals that I stole.
I need you to
That
make
is
them
correct, you
taller.
do.
Yep.
Find some hammers, some nails, and some
You
wood.
got them back from your buddy.
well, I mean,
No, these
part
are
of
some
it's
sandals that are just straight up tall.
I
That I
need-
have.
I have to. If I'm gonna look like her, I have to be like several inches
Well, I
taller.
put
She's
the
even
light
taller
side
than
point,
me.
so they're the perfect sandals for what you need.
Okay,
Yep.
there we go.
all right.
There we fucking go. So I'm gonna walk around in goddamn stilts.
I'm not
Alright.
in defeat.
So then she sends you back to the party.
All right. Is Sven staying with her?
Yeah.
All right. Well, she's gonna wear the kimono.
You don't need protection. She does.
She's gonna wear her kimono.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Oh man, so I get to talk to myself as Chio.
Oh,
That's
man.
what's
I got-
happening right
Hang
now.
on.
If you
Okay.
manipulate the cups enough, people will lose track of the ball.
That's true.
Wait a second.
Where's the queen? Where's the queen?
I'm so sorry.
I got
can
no
never keep your
response from
fucking
her
name
for
straight. You're
letting it
Makoko, right?
reveal
Oh,
that
I mean,
it's
she,
Makuro,
but this is
yeah.
not something to discuss now or in front of a Westerner.
I mean, if I was willing to show her, he knows.
No, but more importantly, like she thinks her life is in danger, even though it really isn't.
Yeah.
So she's
We've
like, we will
definitely
deal with this
portrayed
another
it as
time.
such.
Oh yeah. But I just felt like no reaction at all. Not even like moderate surprise. Just kind of like, all right.
Again, words will be exchanged another time about that. She does raise an eyebrow, like you get some reaction out of her, but like realistically, she should be trying to kill you right now, and she's
Why?
gonna, because that's incredibly dishonorable what you are.
Eh.
So she's like, I gotta unpack that later.
But they serve their lords, so you can't get mad about it.
Yeah, but again,
She doesn't know who
far
your
more
lord
dishonorable
is.
than like you take like a silent service.
So it's for the lord she serves.
Yeah,
Even
but
if
she
we
doesn't
give
want to
ourselves
believe that the
position.
Lord would lower his own honor to use.
All lords have ninjas. Everybody knows it.
Again, she's gonna unpack that later.
All right,
Yeah.
well, whatever.
Right now, she's got a kimono that she wanted, and some sort of a semblance of a
The
plan.
vital function of our society is
Alright.
that
I'm gonna
people
leave.
don't acknowledge that people like you and us exist.
I'm gonna leave
I
the
just have a headache
copy
now.
scrolls I made. I'm
Okay.
leaving those with you.
Cool.
You
I'll keep
protect
them. I'll keep
them.
them safe, right next to my ball in the cup.
Which ball and cup?
All right, then I guess I'm in my
Left or
tall ass
right?
fucking stilts. My hair gets done the way hers was
Definitely
done.
very safe.
Makeup.
Which is very like utilitarian. She's not like a fancy girl.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so
But
you're
I'm-
actually
but
kind of
I'm
happy
still-
about this.
Yeah, Rose getting all
Strict trade up.
Yeah, makeup on just to make
Yeah,
me
I
look
know,
a little
right?
bit
Yeah,
more
she
like
uses
her.
a little bit of makeup. Yeah.
Well, just like
Deeply
a little bit
weird,
like
but
shading the
alright,
change,
we're
like to
going
make the
for it.
appearance of the cheeks look different, just enough to make me resemble her.
No, but for real though, I will take those scrolls, and I assume we're in her study, so she probably has like vellum containers. I'll put them inside my armor.
Yeah,
Okay.
she has the originals. You've got the copies.
Well, they use like they wrap them in wood.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough,
Yeah.
that's how they protect scrolls.
Something like that.
Either way, he's got them. I don't
They have like
know.
little wood planks, like the sushi roll thing.
Yeah.
It's just a bigger version of
bamboo.
that
They
that
just
you
do-
just roll
is
over.
that how they just do everything?
Yes.
Yeah, actually.
Everything's gotta be
Bamboo's the answer of
bamboo.
I
everything.
know it's how they make swords too. They just roll.
Uh-huh.
Deaf. You
All right, so
nailed
back
it.
outside under a plum tree.
Well,
Oh!
while we're the only people in the room, I'm gonna be like, I'm not super sure about this, but I think Makuro might like you.
She's
I'm
just
not-
gonna try to like ignore
I'm
you
not
and like
100%
fanning
there.
herself.
Because I'm like balling the cup. I have a gun.
Not making eye contact. Like,
Yes, while wearing Makora's kimono,
Just play it cool.
tried to take like sniffs of it when no one's looking.
She's a creepy
That's
old
fucking
lady.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, so we're just under a plum tree. I didn't know exactly what you were talking about, but it seemed like maybe you shouldn't be exposed to further diplomats. So I thought we might talk over here.
I have learned to not expose myself to diplomats.
That's a good
so-
lesson.
And also, you don't say anything to them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Got there. So basically, I just had a little talk with gay.
Wayland?
Right, that man.
That man
You
is
do
my
realize that every
favorite
fucking
white
gang
man.
would
Yes.
wait
Yeah,
for
he's
that
great.
I know, and I
We
found that I
smoke
will at
opium
least once
together a
play
lot.
Wayland. in
I
games.
like the way that he holds his arms very
His
close
little
to his
T-Rex
body.
arms.
Yes,
Yeah.
It brings
Do we
me
know
great
T-Rexes
joy.
exist?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dope. All right.
He's a wonderful dinosaur.
Yeah,
yes.
Charles
Yeah.
Darwin is
Anyway.
full of shit.
Yeah, it's full of shit. How do you think I evolved?
You think this wasn't part of God's plan
Yeah.
for there to be horsemen?
We're all fucking creatures.
All right. So, basically, two things. One, I'm being hunted.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about that, but I am.
I
I don't
heard
like it,
very
but we'll deal
briefly
with it
about it.
later.
Just imagining Monster Can through the, like, on you through the crowd as
Uh-huh.
he's saying this.
So,
We
there's
should
that.
probably talk about that. Yeah.
There's also that various among the conspirators have been talking to the French ambassador a lot.
Indeed. I wasn't aware that I was as Chio going to be meeting with the ambassador, and I now have information that I don't fully have a whole lot of backstory to. I just know that this conspiracy is a lot deeper than I.
What's the information you got? That'd be fun to know.
Wouldn't it though? I'm
Wouldn't
trying
if
to
you could just function as a party.
exactly. If we all had the same information,
That would not be fun.
apparently the former spiritual liaison met with the French ambassador due to the whole Nobuno conspiracy.
Uh-huh.
And the French ambassador confirmed that there were these missives, but I don't fully know what I'm doing for.
And then
Being
the spiritual
perfectly-
advisor and his whole family were murdered
Absolutely, yes.
soon after that meeting with the Frenchie.
It basically directly after, yes. So
Dope,
this is
dope.
not a super great look.
So, here's what I suggest.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go find Sven.
Yeah, I would love to hang out with people who know more things than the two of us.
It's not about knowing things. We're at the murder stage right now.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to. We can do this honorably.
Oh yeah,
I'm
we're going to do
sure.
it super honorably by murdering all the people that aren't honorable.
That doesn't seem quite right, but I'm willing to go along with your plot to a certain point.
That's one of my favorite sentences. I hear it a lot.
For a moment, you feel like old Hamish.
This
dusty
feels
main
deeply
road
wrong,
of
but
Papa.
okay.
Oh, that does feel nice, actually.
You
Alright.
think back to a shining memory of you walking out of a saloon
Mm-hmm.
with a bright, shiny mayor star on your jacket, with so much promise in the world
Yep.
before your feet.
Like, so we weren't expected to perform any sort of court duties at this
No.
debutante ball, right? We were
No.
just like there to be
You were
faces.
present.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now that
5
we've
minutes.
been there, I feel like we should probably go ahead and leave.
Fuck
All right.
out.
That sounds
So
right.
as you guys reappear from behind the tree and make your way towards your leave,
I'm going to sort of
the
surreptitiously
Hoshikanko
readjust my
arrives.
clothes.
You know,
Who I recognize is not because she doesn't have any sort of illusionment. It's
Not illusion,
just
but
like
makeup. I'm taller,
roll me
behind.
roll me vigilance.
that's probably a
Most
good
people.
point.
Let's
most
see how
people
this
are
pans
well,
out.
I
think
have
about it.
2 yellow, so it's not like I'm.
You
You
doing
also get a bonus
terrible.
blue dice because you know the general very well
I
against
do.
2 purple.
Wait, do I not get another blue die because I also know Chio?
Yes. You
Okay.
can also have a blue die for that.
All right.
And
What am I
2
rolling
purple.
against? 2 purple. Oh.
If you fail, I
Bitch,
will laugh
got
at you.
this shit. Come
trash.
on.
this guy's. You failed.
Holy fuck.
Holy
Holy fuck!
Dice.
Yep.
No! Why?
you
so I
failed
with
failed
three
with
double
three
failed.
advantage.
So your heart starts to race as you see who you think might be your secret admirer has arrived at the party.
Dance again. Guilty feet, got no rhythm.
As she suddenly stops in her tracks and takes a sharp breath.
Oh, I didn't know that you would be making it to the meeting.
So you
Kuro's being real weird.
Are you all right?
but you know it's Makoro has appeared in front of you and it's just started acting real weird.
I thought we
But you can't
sent.
tell if it's because of the magic.
You also can't tell if this is like a thing that she's doing. Like,
I thought we sent people to your. Are you all right? I thought you were in danger.
I'm gonna kind of look at you and be like, "Who are you talking to right now?"
Dan, you just got swerved on by
God, like
love.
the swerve is real hard.
Alright. We're gonna cut there.
Yep, we gotta.
Why do you must?
Oh.
We're restarting the stream. Operatic Gotham, please.
Gotham.
Be like,
Alright, bye.
"Who